And welcome to another Neoshade 123 review. And guess what? I'm not reviewing a Transformer. I'm waiting for all of you to go, aww, but okay. I'm reviewing something I also love. I love Team Fortress 2. My God, I just realized I haven't played it today, and it's making me itch. See, I just hit the camera trying to scratch my arm like a meth addict. It's such an addicting game. It's so fun. But, oh God. I'm reviewing NECA's Team Fortress 2 Blue Pyro because I could not get the red one because it was limited release, so I'm stuck with the color no one likes. Everyone sees it. When you think Team Fortress 2 and they show off the characters, they always show them off as red. The only time you see the blue characters talk or anything real big was in the Meet the Spy video, which the red spy was kicking all their butts. So yeah, but yeah, this figure is so awesome. I only have two NECA figures. I have this and Portal 2 Chell. Portal 2 Chell you might not see in a review because yeah, it's a long story. Long story short, wrist broke on the thing right out of packaging, trying to check articulation, and try to contact NECA for like 5 months. No reply at all on getting a replacement wrist or anything. So yeah, you might not see that. I just ended up gluing it in place to where it would be posed good with the portal gun, and it just sits on my shelf. And I might turn the light on the portal gun on and off, which that's pretty cool. But this guy, oh God, it's so cool. He's really top heavy, and it doesn't help that his legs are his pretty thin. But his lower legs are pretty thin. But the Pyro, oh God, this is one of my favorite characters to play as. This and Engineer. Engineer is coming out in red. I've seen Red Heavy and Red Soldier at the store, and Red Spy and Red Engineer are the next wave after the Blue Heavy and the Blue Soldier, which are the next wave after the red ones. So Blue Engineer or Red Engineer is coming out soon, and that's my main class. So I'm so excited for that. I'm loving that this line is so great that Valve has already basically updated the whole game back in June, adding items for every single figure. You get an item code. This is the axe that comes with them. I'll get to it when I start reviewing this thing and not discussing. But I've learned that you can figure out which hat you get an item code with every figure, and you get a free hat, a genuine hat. Which, if you know Team Fortress 2, it's all about hats. Yeah. But and with the Blue Pyro, you get the genuine, respectless rubber glove. It's a rubber glove that fits on his head. That's the Engineer's other rubber glove. So yeah, I kind of like that. I got a hat, and that's a hat I was kind of wanting too, because I like I was like, the Engineer and Pyro are buddies. The Pyro can spy check for him, and oh God, I love it. When I can't play Engineer, I play Pyro to play with the Engineers. But this guy is really cool, chock full of detail. He's got his incendiary grenades that he doesn't use. He's got his oxygen pack. He even has the little tube right here, and like really thin plastic. He's got his straps all painted and everything. His gloves are painted. He's got the blue version of the Pyro symbol right there, if you can see it without it shining. He's got his gas mask, the soulless eyes the Pyro has. God, it's so awesome. Even the bottom of his boots are painted. That's how great it is. I just love that they put freaking holes in the bottom of the feet, yet he doesn't include a figure stand. A figure stand would have been nice with this one, NECA, because he does kind of like to do that, because he has articulation here, which is pretty nice actually. But yeah, this is the pose I kind of pose him in, because this kind of just hangs there like that. And Pyros always hold their flamethrower with 2 hands in the game. When you see him coming, you always see him holding it with 2 hands. But here's the flamethrower, and this is nicely detailed too. I think this is the main molded plastic. This is, I believe, it's either individually molded or it's painted from the same plastic, and I believe it is painted from this plastic here. You got the hose here, you got the gas, you got the homemade flamethrower the Pyro has, and it just looks fan-freaking-tastic. God, I want me to play me some Team Fortress 2 right now. This review's got me hyped up, and you also, accessory-wise, yeah, he fell over. I kind of expected him to do that. But, or she, you don't know who or what the Pyro is. I think he's Poopy Joe in a costume, in a robotic suit. Poopy Joe fits right there, and the rest of the limbs are robotic. Kind of like Krang. Yeah. He also got his handy-dandy fire axe, which he can loosely hold. I mean, look at that. He can hold it, but if you try posing it, like, above his head, yeah, see? And that's the only holding hand. The other one, it won't fit it in, and that makes me sad. Makes me sad. But it is nicely detailed. I believe this is I don't know, I think it's all one piece, and they just paint it up here. NECA's so great with paint detail. And for 20 bucks, this is a nice figure for 20 bucks. I mean, it's pretty nice. Articulation-wise, I'm going to start down at the feet because that's easiest. You got a rotation here. You got a ankle movement here, very slight. You got to be careful with NECA figures. Sometimes the paint gets dried up in the joint and it won't move, and that's what happened to Shell. Same goes for Mobile Select. That happened to Captain America I picked up, and then another one I picked up, same thing happened. The head popped off. But that's another story for a review that I did a long time ago that got uploaded for Lost Review Week. So yeah, so foot moves slightly like that, has that toe bend that's pretty nice, bends at the knee that much, and it goes forward about that much, and I believe it does twist at the knee too. That's nice. And this is where it gets weird. His legs, they're pretty weird. They can move, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. There's like a ball joint like how his legs are there, but it's like a separate piece from the body and the leg, so it twists, but it can also go forward like that, and it's just a really weird joint. And this one I had to finagle it. It was really tight on this one, so I had to finagle it loose, but now it works. And yeah, Pyro can move. Pyro can dance around now or something. It's kind of an odd joint still. I wish I could do the review like that, but you wouldn't be able to understand me, and I'd sound like Kenny McCormick. Has a waist joint, has a rocker joint up here, and it's kind of a tight one. Yeah, and all this stuff on him is one piece. There's no way to take his belt and stuff, his stuff off, especially because that's glued on. And my thing right here came bent, and it keeps bending back. Sucks. Oh well. I got the blue Pyro figure. They had blue Demo Man too. I was tempted to get him, but I don't play Demo as often. So, him, Heavy, Engineer, and maybe Sniper are the only figures I'm going to get from this line. And the other ones are going to be red. So poor Pyro is blue. But Pyro can take down the other classes. And also going on Articulation, his head is on a double joint. It's on a joint that turns like that, and it can go up and down like that, and then he has one where it just goes up and down like that, and sadly there's no joint there. There's no way for him to turn his head. His head kind of turns slightly that way, but I think that's for the flamethrower pose, but it can't go the other way, sadly. His arm goes out, both of his arms go out like that. His elbow articulation is a little odd. It only bends one click. It's kind of like a little clicky joint. It bends one click. That's it. Wrist swivels. And this one, it swivels and it kind of rocks back and forth like that. And this elbow is kind of, you can bend it in with one click again. So his elbows are kind of hindered by his gloves. That's why that articulation is hindered. And his leg articulation is odd too, and that causes another hindrance. But overall, this is a pretty good figure, and if you're a fan of TF2, you're gonna love this. Because, I mean, look, it's the freaking Pyro in action figure form. You get a little card with a code for a hat. You get his handy-dandy flamethrower, and you get the handy-dandy fire axe, which I don't use as often, because I use this. Actually, but, yeah, this is a great figure. It's good for what it is. I did think of I thought of a cruel exclusive NECA could do next year for Comic-Con is they could do the Pyro Rainbow Land style. Or, not Rainbow, Rainbow Land, Rainbow, I was watching the campaign, sorry. But, Pyro Land style, where you got the burning bongos right here, the orchestrina back here instead of the fuel tank. You got his rain blower instead of the normal stock flamethrower. You have the lolly chop instead of the fire axe, and then as an extra piece, maybe on like a little clear stand, floating around the balloonicorn, and with it you get a code for like a special balloonicorn or something. That'd be a good exclusive, NECA. Call me. Okay. Got it. That'd be a nice exclusive. Talk to Valve about that, and Gaben might like that idea too, because you know it's not a hat, but it's something else. But charge $40 for it. Come on, people will pay that much for the balloonicorn. But yeah, that is the TF2 Pyro, everyone, and my convoluted idea to get an exclusive out of this figure, which I would love, because that's my that's my entire gear on that game is the Pyro Land stuff. And as a little extra, throw in the Scorch Shot too. But yeah, that's that figure. Even though this isn't a Transformers review, I'm still gonna whore out Good Morning Cybertron. Listen to Good Morning Cybertron. Follow Good Morning Cybertron at GM Cybertron on Twitter. And will follow me, NeoShay123, at NeoShay123 on Twitter. It's like, I don't care if you subscribe and crap. Subscribing shows me you like the content, blah blah blah, you know, that kind of stuff. And that's it for this one, guys. I'll catch you next time with probably a Transformer review, or another review of an obscure figure I picked up while looking for Transformers.